Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. So we have got Black Friday banners right here. These are kind of some, well, I was going to say these are kind of some really decent banners, and then I realized my brain was giving me wrong information. No. These are ridiculously great banners. Now, I think the 10th anniversary LRs, the GDC power creep was so disgusting that the 10th anniversary LRs are really not as good as all previous anniversary LRs ended up being. Once we hit that halfway point where the GDC power creep was outrageous, it really, like, basically all characters for the first 6 months of the year were mostly designed around these, like, longer fights. And then the GDC fights, you're just, turn one, chaos, nightmare zone. And it just doesn't work well for basically any of the 10th anniversary LRs besides EGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That's kind of the only one that's, like, designed for that type of situation. So these banners are really good. I mean, we have the blues. Previously, I would have said they're the best unit in the game, but I do think Goma's probably number one. I feel pretty comfortable and confident in saying Goma's one. But this character's two. This character, Goma will probably actually age better than this character because Goma, I think, will eventually fall into a role similar to in Fat Buu or EGL UI Goku or the Tech Androids or something like that. Goma, I think, is going to have that kind of usability moving forward. But the blues should be relevant for quite a while because their kit is just so good all around, right? Omega, right now, is one of the most dominant characters in the game. I do think of the GDC LRs, Omega has the easiest path towards falling off. But, I mean, that is still multiple months away, very likely, at minimum. And they still would have to make shit really crazy for him to fall off, right? So there's him. 10th anniversary Vegito, who, I mean, can do stuff as long as he doesn't get, like, locked or AoE'd nastily turn one. More so for long events, though. Here's Gogeta, same thing. This character doesn't really have a setup, unfortunately for them. Int Broly is okay. Like, he's okay. He's okay. He ended up aging much better than I thought he was going to, Int Broly. Vegeta and Trunks, they're solid, but it's for long events, right? Tech Vegito, AGL Gogeta, this character, they're long event characters. Int Gogeta's really good. In Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, just pure and simple, he's super fucking good. That's it. STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku is good. AGL Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, he's like okay or mid, unfortunately. And then we have the Carnival banner here, which is really crazy also. We have Rose, one of the best units in the game. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, whom I would consider probably number 3 overall, I think is about where I would go. Here, let me just throw up my last tier list. I think right now is actually a great time to throw up my last tier list if we jump on over. So this is what I was working with here. So as we can see, these banners include the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th best characters in the game, in my opinion. That's what I'm thinking, right? So they're very powerful. They're just, right? Like, it's like these banners are crazy, right? Like, the value of having a lot of these characters in here. And if I would have kept going, if I would have filled this out, like, Tech Vegito, AGL Gogeta, right? Like, Vegeta and Trunks, Tech Wrath Broly, EGL UI Goku. They're kind of like some of the next characters I think would have been due up right there, right? So, all right, let's go back in. So we got him. EGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku is definitely the best 10th anniversary character at this point. I mean, I guess besides the Easy A's, right? The Gods and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. We have Evolution Blue Vegeta, who doesn't really have much play these days. I mean, I feel like they kind of didn't do enough for him. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, I mean, again, not a ton of play. He's a character who was just kind of like, I think he's the true definition of mid, in that he wasn't, but remember, not mid like oh, he's mid, he sucks. I mean, I guess you could make that argument in Dokkan, that any character that isn't just like a god sucks, like, sure, whatever. But, like, Gohan, he was never bad, he was never, like, supremely good. He was just right there in the middle, right? But, I mean, like all these other characters, the GDC power creep hit him hard. We could run this guy a little bit more effectively because, I mean, he works a little bit better against the AoEs and stuff than the 10th anniversary fusions do turn one. But, I mean, if he gets locked in slot 1 and one of these real killer super attacks comes in, it's still going to be scary for him. Goku and Frieza, Frieza, I think, is, like, gargantuanly horrible. I think Frieza's absolute trash. Goku, though, is quite good. but it takes a long time to get to Goku turn 4. In the GDC fights, not really sustainable. Tech Broly's still quite good. I think he's very decent. I mean, I certainly would say Tech Broly is better at this point than, like, this character, this character, or this character, right? For sure. So he's there. Family Kamehameha, they've fallen off. No, because it's very simple, because this Gohan is not good enough. I think you could still do stuff with their standby, but, I mean, you can technically go into the standby right away. But if you're stuck as this guy is food in the GDC fights. Then we have Infusion Zamasu, and then we've also got Super Saiyan 2 Gohan here as well. I think that these EZAs are okay. I mean, they really kind of do a similar role, but I think Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, he's much stronger than Fusion Zamasu, right? But they both can kind of be solid. And then that's it for the banners. But, I mean, as you guys can see, there's, like, these are banners stacked with a supreme ton of value, and you are able to get them with coins, by the way. Right, you could use coins to select all of these characters. I do think if you really wanted to, like, you know, I'm not having fun with Dokkan right now, I didn't pull the GDC LRs or something. I mean, if you wanted to grab some of these boys, it's not, like, the end of the world. Like, you know, picking out some of these characters. It's really not the end of the world, right? I think there's nothing wrong with grabbing a few of these boys, like picking them up, right? If we jump over here, I guess we'll kind of like maybe talk a little bit in depth about their kits. Now, should you summon? I would probably say no, but I would also then say I don't think summoning is a bad decision either. You know, oftentimes, like, they'll drop all these characters and I tell people, yeah, like, definitely don't fucking summon. Definitely don't pick that character up with coins. These characters are still so good that, like, it's like that argument doesn't really work here of just like, oh, you can't summon, right? Like, they're good enough to summon for. They're good enough to coin. Their leader skills are good enough to coin. The only thing you have to be aware of, though, is how soon these characters will be returning. They will definitely be available on the 11th anniversary. All of these GDC LRs and the 10th anniversary LRs. All of these characters are going to be featured alongside the 11th anniversary LRs, right? Let's just go with Namek Goku, Frieza, and Daima Adult Vegeta and Daima Adult Goku. Those are the 4 11th anniversary LRs. These characters will be spread across their banners, right? So, you know, if you choose to skip this, right now, I think the anniversary banners, I'm gonna flip on over one more time. The anniversary banners, it's either 70 days away. Whoops, wrong one. It's either 70 days away or 69 days away. I think it's probably the 30th is when the banners are gonna drop, or maybe the 29th. Right in here is when we should see the banners, the 11th anniversaries banners drop. So we have 69 or 70 days until we're going to be seeing, you know, those banners drop. So if you skip this and you don't coin them, it's not that long until you'll be able to summon for the new 11th anniversary LRs, and these guys will be available. And it goes with the same thing with coining as well, right? Like, if you decide to coin them, the thing is, like, when you're, like, stockpiling these coins, it's for these are the characters you get with coins, right? These are the units you want to pick up with coins. For your yellow coins, by the way, Goma. I mean, we all know Goma. Goma's who you're going to want to use those yellow coins for, 100%. But these ones right here, you know, like, these characters are good to pick up with these. I should also mention summon points. It's literally in 1 week where the summon points are going to update. I guess I'll just quickly pull this up, but the thing I have to say with summon points, right, is it's not, like, that is not on the level of a chance to get these characters, like, you know, them being on the 11th anniversary banners and stuff, right? So right here, there's going to be a new lineup on the 28th. This is going to include Daima Red Zones and all different types of things as well, right? So, like, that is going to be there. And then it does have the GDC LRs on it, as we could see, right? Goku, Omega, and Golden, Frieza, and Gogeta. Gohan, Goten, and Trunks will be available as well. Then we have the Carnivals, which does also have Tech Broly. The Carnivals is February to October, and then the Dokkan Fests are March to September, right? So it's like, you're going to have, if we go back over here, it's also going to add these two, right, to the lineup. So you're going to have a ton of characters, great value characters here that we potentially could see, right? But the summon points, this allows you to pick up one ticket, and it's a single summon. So it's like these banners, right? It's all the characters from March to September. So you're going to have Tech Blue Kaioken Goku on there. You're going to have Daima Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta on there, right? You're going to have Int Hit on there. STR Perfect Cell, right? Like all the, like Tao, like all those characters. Tao is really good, but I mean, it's hard to use him because he's not really in the friends list much. You know, so it's like, it's even if I'm going to aim for summon points, there's no guarantee you're pulling the big guns from it, right? But you could pull them as well. Now, in terms of the individual unit strength, again, the blues, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. You got to understand. Like, the blues can be killed, but so every character can be killed right now. There's not Goma. Goma probably has the hardest path towards death. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you give him a full crit build and you put him slot 1, there's 1,000,000 attacks. I don't know. Goma doesn't, like, some people kind of are, like, theory crafting Goma deaths. But, like, it doesn't really exist in principle unless you're in, like, the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks fight, right? That's the only place you'll see Goma get killed. And, I mean, even when we were doing that in there, like, extreme bullshit had to happen, which is, I mean, we're not going to get into it, but, like, it was a situation where Fat Boo's revive and Ghost Usher fucked with the enemy script and caused a weird thing to happen, right? Like, Goma is crazy. This character is going to be really hard to power creep. This character is very tanky, defensive support. They have, like, dodge, cancel, nullification as well, right? So it's like, you know, then, you know, you flip to them, and we can get guard popping up right here with their active. The character is just so crazy all around. They just don't really have weaknesses. The only weakness would be, like, if you fail a dodge early, right? That's the weakness. That's it. But it's like, you have an 80% dodge. I don't think their conditions are too bad. It's if you're just running a superclass team or you've got future characters, you're good. So they're crazy. Omega he needs to be running a full villain team. They've done a good job with giving Omega a lot of options, but Omega does have a weakness, and that would be if the fight goes on for a while, right? Like, Omega's designed for, like, the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks fight and the GDC fights. These small, short, explosive fights. That's what, well, it's not just him either. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. They're both designed for those types of fights, right? But Omega, I feel like Omega, if 11th anniversary content goes to, like, turn 10 or something like that, Omega could really struggle, I think. But, I mean, we'll see. Because Sin Shenron, you know, his amazing, one of the best sub-EZAs ever, he also would struggle if the fight goes on to, like, turn 10. And, like, the bosses are really crazy on turn 10. So that's a little bit of a fear. If we stay with the short content, Omega should still be pretty good. He has a great toolkit of doing a lot of things with his support and stuff. I wouldn't be super mad if they dropped another crazy villain to supplement his team. You know, but, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. There's Omega. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is just very simple caveman unit, but I mean, he's a very fun caveman with the best animations in Dokkan history, right? I mean, I always have to highlight this. No one ever talks about how good this is. Like, you know, like, it's like people, like, they talk about how great he is, how damaged, is tanking. Can we talk about, like, this as well? And how obscene this is, really? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, they're not lying with that ultimate radiance, man. Like, his aura really just covers the whole battlefield and is protecting your allies. Like, it's so crazy. Yeah, he's just nuts. But, I mean, he's just, like, he's just a caveman unit. But, like, in a good way, right? I mean, I love caveman units. And then, on the turn, when you have the Dragon Fist up, he's not able to really take damage. He does massive damage, and he doesn't really take damage. He's just crazy, right? And then Rose a bit overhated. I guess one thing is, when I'm, like, grading units, so, like, this right here, I'm not really taking leader skills into account. Like, I'm talking about unit strengths. Like, I'll you know, consider them on, like, their best team, but, like, that Rose's best team is Omega's team. It's not his own team. I feel like a lot of people get too caught up in the fact that Rose's own team kind of sucks. Super bosses, which is not that good. They made GT bosses crazy, but they failed yet again to make super bosses crazy. Every time they've tried to make super bosses a thing, they failed. Literally every single time. But Rose is just, it's so easy to run him with the blues, to run him on Omega's team, to run him on Baby's team. Rose is easily one of my most used characters of the year. Rose, the blues, AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Like, I'm using these guys every single day, right? Like, it's just, Rose is just really all around strong. Zamasu doesn't really get a ton of play from me. If you're below 60% HP, this guy is a real killer. But it's, that's not super common. Usually, I go to Zamasu, pop the active, and then we just go right back to Rose, right? Is typically what happens. So, yeah, guys, we'll end here. I would say, try and hold out. Don't summon. Don't get the characters with coins. But if you really want to, I also would give my blessing to summon and coin these characters. I know they're coming back in 2 months, but, at some point, people do need to consider just having fun as well, right? Just have fun. You can't just, no, no, we gotta wait till the 11th anniversary. Well, actually, why don't we just wait till 2026 GDC? Because the 11th anniversary characters are going to be on those banners. Well, at that point, why don't we just wait till save for the 12th anniversary? Because the 2026 GDC characters and the 11th anniversary characters are going to be on that. Well, at that point, why don't we just wait till the 2027 GDC, right? It's a never-ending cycle. At some point, be strong, avoid summoning for Town, avoid summoning for, a lot of characters of that level. And, this is the type of shit that is, worth it for summoning. So, I would really give 2 answers. I'd say skip. But if you can't skip, summon away. Fuck it. Because, I don't think people are going to regret pulling. Because the other thing, too, about this, it's not even just about, these two. Dude, look, this guy's, the 5th unit on the banner. Tech Broly. The 8th unit on the banner is Tech fucking Broly. Who's, a top 20-ish character in the game. Top 20-ish, I think is fair. Probably maybe more so, 25-ish. But, he's up there, right? There's good characters across these banners. Not loser characters. So really, really good. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll catch you guys next time.